Okay. Well, I actually understand about purple. What was it? I was about to say Purple Rain, but the color purple. You know, there were two '80s movies. Ironically, that's a year apart. But anyways, this topic is about what I understand about color purple, the meaning and the no, the not the. I want to say it was a message, but in a way, it does has like a really symbolical, you know, representation of the black community. And no, I did. I don't. Every time that movie comes on TV, it's like I glimpse at it, like certain scenarios in that movie. Then I just like go to like onto the next different channel, I guess. But my mom does have that movie too, and yeah, it's not really good to watch it as a you know black male in America. I hate using brown skin male. That'll be better. I hate using the word black for some reason, even though we're not that dark. But anyways, what I learned from that movie was it was really detrimental and degrading of like how like black men getting treated in that movie, and like they label us as like brutish, like uneducated, illiterate, uh, bittersweet. It's not really a good movie to even watch, especially if you have a good heart and stuff, and your vibe. You can't really relate to that movie. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can't really relate or have pick up the empathy of the character, unless you are a Jezebel or a succubus, because men can have a Jezebel spirit too. I mean, in a way, but definitely women. Women, for the most part, have like a Jezebel spirit because it basically matches, what they're going through, like what sequences happen to them, like during their childhood or their teenage years, adolescence, like they really came up with a sinister upbringing, and that's how relatable to like Jezebel women. I'm sorry to say that, but women who has like you know a devilish spirit in them, that it's okay to act like that. It's okay to like demean your own children, especially male children in the family. Especially you can't if you don't have a father figure in the house. It's not really all that great unless the mom. I think I mentioned in my one of my videos. Unless the mom, has a really good relationship with the father, even though they're separated. Like at least be fair and balanced to like see their child. A child deserves unconditional love. You know, a mother should give a child unconditional love. No, definitely a father should do that too, since he brought them to this world, he or she. But like, I won't say the movie was a foreshadow, but like foreshadowing like today's society. But it's really scary because even before like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X was even born, like women starting to like have like that sapphire spirit, if you know what I mean. If like look it up, um, it's basically like your average black woman should act like they're mean, they're snidey. I don't know if that's the correct word to pronounce, but um, it's just basically trying to like belittle people, like especially I mean, women like how black women carry themselves um in today's society and compared to the movie is really 100% because I didn't realize the the synopsis of the movie until like as I grew older. um I was like keep watching it and it has like lesbians, um like all the black man is not good and then like they don't have to say it on there, but it does give you like body language and gestures of what like black women like their mannerisms. And I was watching this video of I forgot his it's a really I showed a friend to I if he's watching this I remember I showed a friend at a lobby when I went over his house. And it was like it was like 1985 because it came out the like December, like it was like a week before Christmas. I looked it up on Wikipedia. It came out December 18th, 1985, and this was like really my sister was like my older sister was like couple like 2 years old. She was like 2 years old when she when that movie came out, and her birthday was a couple minutes. I mean, couple months ago. At the time, and anyways, when I watched him, it was a YouTube channel. It's called Hezekiah New Films or something like that. As I watched, the clip, and it says like I think it's called Color Purple. How it like degrades black men, and it'll show like like people getting like black men are getting like interview. It was mostly like black men were like getting interviewed from outside of the cinema at the time. And I think it was like in New York. I think it was like Harlem to be Pacific. I think it was Harlem, New York. Trying to be more describable, best of my ability, but um, yeah. And I think I saw like children. I think like elementary or junior high children like was wanting to see that movie, but like the like black men who got interviewed was like felt really distasteful from the movie, and I don't blame them at all. Cause out of all directors, which surprises me, while I looked it up on Wikipedia, it surprises me like out of all directors, like Steven Spielberg directed that film. And cause I never paid attention to that movie. That was like one of the cringe worthiest movies that ever been directed. That's what I'm trying to get at. Cause I never got into that movie. And like once you like watch it, it's like you have like negative energy. You feel uncomfortable. You feel you just don't like feel that energy at all. It can be really demeaning. And that's how like the black community and it all ties it all up in the correlation of how we treat ourselves in the black community. You know, how we like interact with each other. It's like the same thing, and like we never like get out of our shells. And talk about me not getting out of my shell. I mean, at least I do. At least I like go places. At least I go places that I can really gain empathy from. You know what I mean? And I just can't really. Hold on, I'm trying to slow my words, but you get what I'm saying. like it's because we're afraid to like humanize each other or act like we're afraid to be human. I don't know why we strive to like act like another race that doesn't really like us. Certain white people do, some certain white people don't. I mean, that's how like, society processes, But we are trying to do better. Um People are just doing like worse and worse by the day. And the intoleration and I'm trying to figure out a word besides intolerance, but like people don't want you to succeed. People might want to bring you down just because you're different. And like I mean I understand, but at the same time, you just gotta learn to endure and like just learn how to be where you're celebrated because there are black people and want you to succeed. And like there's other black people that want they're like had enough with you and like tolerate you to a certain degree just because something that you really don't have. Things can like wear away like any time now. Because if you really devoted to the Lord, then why are you going to church and like oh let's shut down the church, but I mean you're not really in depth with like the Lord. I thought that was really God's house. Just saying. Um, but yeah, like my understanding from Color Purple was that I couldn't really decipher like why do like women that be really so boisterous and like not to learn like how to gain empathy, even though that movie take place at like post slavery, and I like you still have lynchings at the time, of course, but women at the time when it's been directed, like, and I see why they want to wear the pants, and it's like this. I hate using that word, but it's like a coonish mentality that women do. It's like really coonish, like they just acting over dramatically, follow the stereotype, you know, treat others like talk down to them for no apparent reason, but like you carry like this demonic spirit that people don't like to be attracted to nor attached to. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I don't really understand because like I believe it started from all like Color Purple or during like the Gordon Parks, the Shaft and the Superfly era. It all started from like there, but like it's funny and interesting at the same time because like back in the '60s when you had Sidney Poitier, like other black actors, like in the '60s, like they never followed a stereotype, and it was like really different. Like it was well diverse. Like you don't have to act like the average, you know, stereotypical person they want you to be. But you have like you have like racism at all time high. At least it was like really diverse. I didn't even watch any like black 1960s movies. Cause you have like I think it's called Night of the Living Dead, and I know it's like a 1968 movie. And like George Romero, out of all directors, was more. Um, it was like a revolutionary time ever since MLK passed away. And I was like when I looked at it, I was like I felt like very proud because at least somebody like opened up, and not like seeing uh how can I put this? Hold on. It's like people can like be off grid. I mean that's the best way I can put it. It's like they're off grid and like they're like people are like when people are not in the matrix, it's just that like you can get on and there's like a mixture like of skin color. It's like kind of like, hey, you don't have to act like that, and you don't like be this image or be that image. Let's just be ourselves, because like this, like movies in the '60s were like pretty raw, especially in the late '60s. I suggest you watch what's called The Incident with Martin Sheen and Ruby Dee. Very, very underrated movie. It was a 1967. Yeah, 67 film or 68. And um yeah, and then deciphers like two like ruffians, like two white ruffians at that is at a New York subway. Um like just terrorizing like different people, like just random people in that cart, that box car. I think that's what you call a box car. But uh sorry getting off topic, but I'm just trying to like put like a correlation and like trying to tie it all together the best way I can. And what I'm trying to say is that there were like plenty of movies um that can show like no like there's a lot of ignorance in other movies when it comes to like skin color and racism, but like Color Purple was kind of standoffish and really really disrespectful. It's not a really good movie to watch unless you're again like a low spirited woman, a spiritless woman. That's what I'm trying to say. To watch it. Uh, but anyways, this is Blind Assassin MGTOW. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Uh, I should get my El Gato soon. It's been in back orders due to like COVID-19. And see you guys later. Stay easy, and I'm checking in.